Hey, IMC.FB, it is I, Noel Ramos, here with another IMC.concert for you. Tonight we were supposed to have a very special guest, Ricky England, who I was looking forward to hearing because he performed for us at the IMC in Los Angeles and he was amazing. But unfortunately, Ricky is sicky. So we're doing a little tribute for him tonight with some fill-ins, and very, very pleased to have a couple of IMC.concert alumni joining us tonight to fill in for Ricky and send him some well-wishing. We're going to hear from Shannon Nicholas of Fictive Firefight once again, and of course, our great IMC.concert pioneer, Tony Legg, is back with us tonight. So we're going to be hearing from them in just a few short moments. But first, I have to keep the lights on around this place because they're all really cool looking, different colored lights. So, need sponsors. And having said that, I'm going to send you some sponsor love right now. I'd like to thank tonight's sponsor of the IMC.concert. The Connecticut Songwriters Association has been one of the most supportive sponsors of the Independent Music Conference since our very first IMC, which launched in Philadelphia back in 2003. The CSA was founded in 1979, and it's a nonprofit educational organization dedicated to helping independent artists achieve their goals. CSA President Bill Perry is a Grammy-winning songwriter, the fourth official Connecticut State Troubadour, and he's the author of the industry standard reference, Songcrafters Coloring Book. The CSA provides some of the most detailed, constructive feedback in the industry for songwriters seeking to improve their craft. The CSA also champions using the power of popular music to produce positive social action, teaching artists how to conduct successful benefits. The Independent Music Conference would like to thank both Bill and Kay Perry for their long-standing support. Please visit the Connecticut Songwriters Association website at ctsongs.com. Yeah! So big thanks to Bill and Kay for sponsoring the IMC for all these many years. They are an amazing couple, and we love them. So, Tony, Shannon, how are you?
Hey, doing good.
You there with us, Tony?
What's up, Joel?
What's up?
Yes, sir.
All right, we're already into the glitchiness.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, but you're sounding a little bit glitchy. So what's new, right? It's the internet. We'll power through it. This is IMC.concert number 5, numero 5, and we are here rocking for Ricky tonight. So we're sending our love out to Ricky England, who's not feeling so hot and didn't feel like he could perform for us. So we're going to postpone some Ricky England to a later date. And we're going to enjoy some lovely alumni music tonight from a couple of performers who've already been with us on the IMC.concert, and we're so happy to have them back. And just to say it up front, Shannon, especially being here in your situation, I think, Ricky's got to know how much we love him because you're about to become a mommy.
Yep, I got about 13 days until I'm due to have a baby, and playing music isn't exactly quite as easy. My belly pushes the guitar out. My baby pushes my lungs up. It's really great.
This is more like this is more like a duet.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, I was gonna say one of my first performances with him, but one of. Yeah.
And how about you, Tony? Did you arrive in a limousine tonight after all your fame and fortune from becoming our IMC.concert pioneer and performing in our very first episode?
That's right. They sent me the one with the jacuzzi in the back.
Nice. You toweled off just in time.
Yep.
Awesome.
I'm waiting for my paycheck.
Me too. Hey, we do it for the love, right?
100%.
100%. Okay, so we're going to get into the music pretty quickly here because, not that you guys aren't amazing, but we've already heard from you. So we'll keep the chatter to a minimum tonight, and we'll just do a lot of music. So, Tony, I hear you've been doing a lot of writing. Tell us a little bit about that, and then give us a song, man.
There was a couple of days. Thanks, Joel. And Joel. And Noel, I'm sorry. Jeez. I'm a little... There must be somebody put something in my tea.
Look at your shirt. It says "Look Up."
It says "Look Up." There's a story behind that. I'll tell you sometime. It's a singer-songwriter who wanted people to look up from their cell phones and look at what was going on right around them. You know, a pretty good idea.
Yeah.
But, I've just been walking, mowing the lawn. I mean, and everywhere I go, a song just hits me there. Lately in the last couple of weeks, so I want to play one of them for you tonight.
What's it called?
It's called "Let the Music Set You Free." That's one of them.
Okay. Is that what we're going to hear now?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it. All right, everybody. Tony Legg on the IMC concert.
Get well soon, Ricky. You wake up in the morning, dark clouds already forming. Gonna be another gray day. Oh, how you wish you could wish them all away. You're drowning in an ocean, overwhelming emotion, but I can show you how to turn it around today. Oh, don't let that darkness keep you down. You say it hurts to move, it's a hard way to go. Oh, reach out to the radio. Let the music set you free. Come on, darling, follow me. Soft and low or fast and free, country, jazz, or R&B. Get your groove back, wait and see. Let the music set you free. Ain't no role reversal, test run or dress rehearsal. This is a life we get, so take my hand, come on. Oh, I'll help you through, 'cause baby, I've been there before. This is your motivation, it's on your FM station. Follow me and I will show you the way, yeah. Oh, you know you mean that much to me. Oh, but every dream is a nightmare. Oh, reach out, baby, don't be scared. Let the music set you free. Come on, baby, sing with me. Give it one more fighting chance. Get your shoes on, girl, and dance. Get your groove back, wait and see. Let the music set you free. Come on, darling, sing with me. Get your shoes on, girl, and dance. One more fighting chance. Get your groove back, wait and see. Let the music set you free.
Woo! Nice.
Thank you.
Awesome. That was Let the Music Set You Free. That's a new one?
Sir. Yes, sir.
Awesome.
Mhm.
Love it. Is that going to be on another album coming out?
Yes, it is. Yeah, pretty soon. I'm working on it myself. I'm recording it myself, so
Oh, yeah. Awesome.
it'll probably be out by about 2050.
Okay, well, I can wait. Hopefully the pandemic will be over by then.
Yeah, we're working on
see.
it. We'll get it out.
Yeah. Well, I'm looking forward to, being able to interact in person with everybody again soon, and just sending my well wishes out to everybody. Stay safe, stay strong. But I gotta say, if we're gonna try to look for some silver linings to this really dark cloud, this is definitely one of them. The fact that we've come together on the web using this technology to stay connected to one another, and we haven't let this pandemic stop us from pursuing what we want to do and keeping the dream alive in terms of following our dreams and doing what we want to do, making music, creating things, interacting with one another, trying to keep the networking going, trying to keep our lives going. We haven't stagnated, and I'm very proud of everybody in that regard, especially amongst my IMC family. I think you guys are amazing. You've inspired me every day. As a matter of fact, it was this kind of thing that inspired me to put this show on the air and get my live stream and chops back up to speed. It has been many years since I've done this. The last time I did it was the indie blog. I don't know if anybody remembers that, but I might play some chunks of that in this show here and there just to remind everybody about the indie blog, because that was pretty cool. But then I kind of stopped doing it because we were seeing each other in real life so much. But now it's pandemic time. We can't do that. This is the perfect way to stay in touch. Have you guys been finding that you've been able to maintain connection with folks through the web like this?
I definitely have. So I play D&D and stuff like that, and so we can't always meet in person. So we'll just do our games right on Zoom and all that good stuff. So it's still pretty cool. I don't have to drive out, to our DM's house, who kind of lives far away.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, between that kind of thing and I've done some different video chats with people and obviously live streams for shows. So I think without the internet it would be a lot harder to do that. So.
How about you, Tony?
Yeah, I'm staying in pretty good touch with Facebook Live and whatnot, and doing the concerts on Facebook and whatnot. But I have some friends that really are itching to kind of get out now. This has been running on a while, And
Yeah.
we just got to find out. I went and did an outdoor gig last Sunday. Was it 2 weeks ago? In the afternoon, an outdoor gig where everybody was wearing masks and socially distancing and everything. So we're starting to work it back in there.
Yeah, little by little, and it's nice to see folks are making it work that way too. I just watched an online concert the other day from a performer named Julia Othmer, and she was playing in her backyard or front yard, I couldn't tell which, to her neighbors, who were all socially distanced in their particular front lawns, and they were all cheering and yelling from a distance and enjoying a concert that's still a live event. It's just a little bit more dispersed.
Yeah, it's so cool.
Yeah, and she was live streaming it at the same time, so it was pretty awesome. I think that live streaming is here to stay. It was a big deal when it first hit the internet, and the technology wasn't quite there yet. So people were doing it here and there, and mostly gamers. I don't know if you know that the history of this is that mostly gamers are using it to play games online, and people watch them play games online, and that's still huge. But the technology that was built to facilitate that is now being multi-purposed, and there's a lot more live meetings happening, and a lot more live music happening, and a lot more programming of different sorts. It's almost like television in many ways. So it's really cool as a new media, and I think that for musicians, it's an incredibly powerful tool, and I hope that everybody takes advantage of it and starts to do this, because I really enjoy watching them as much as I enjoy doing them. I like watching the performances. Do you guys find that this has the same feel in some ways as a live show, because you do get some actual interaction through the web?
I mean, it feels more live than obviously putting up a YouTube video. I think it's a little different because first of all, you always have that delayed response. Like everything I do, everybody is seeing it a couple seconds later, and by the time I respond, it's been 30 seconds to a minute. And it's also definitely different to not hear the people or literally see their faces, but being able to see people's reactions in, basically real time is still pretty cool, and it does make it feel all right, this is real, this is a performance. Obviously I don't think anything can beat the in-person experience, but as far as what we could do right now, I think it's still pretty awesome.
Yeah. How about you, Tony? Do you feel any interaction when you're doing this, or does it still feel like you're just singing into empty room?
Oh, the first time I did this online, it felt really strange. What Shannon was saying, and she said it very well. It's I didn't know anybody was there. I honestly, I saw a couple of people who had just typed something in, but then I didn't know who was there. So
Yeah. Well, that brings
that,
us. Go ahead.
No. I just after the show, I found out. Then that's kind of, you kind of get the delayed effect. Next time you go on, you'll say, well, I know they're out there. It's just not that weird culture shock when you first start.
Yeah. It's like anything.
I wanted to say thanks so much for doing this and having us too.
Oh, my pleasure,
Absolutely.
Tony.
Thank you, Noel.
No, it's all you guys. It's all you. Thank you very much, and thank you especially for doing this for Ricky, because it's too bad that he's sick and unable to perform for us, and we're sending our best wishes to you, Ricky. But it's really cool that a couple of musicians stepped up to the plate and filled in for him at a moment's notice, and it's nice to know that you guys are, it's like a community, it's like a family. So thank you for doing this. Tony, you brought up a good point, and that is that we should do some shout outs. We always have to shout out to Cody, because he's back. He's there in the background making things happen. He's the engine behind the train there. So thanks, Cody, for doing what you do. We appreciate you.
My show wouldn't be what it is without him.
Cody.
And we got to send a shout out to my high school classmate Rhonda, who just clicked like. She hasn't commented yet though, and that's the rule. You're supposed to comment if you want a shout out, but I'm gonna give her one anyway because she's uber cool. So thanks, Rhonda, for watching. So now it's Shannon's turn, right? We got to hear a song from Shannon. So
yeah.
So all right. So now what's the deal with this? Is this going to be on the new album, or tell us a little bit about this song?
So I had decided to pick this song because Tony said he liked it, so I figured why not do it. I did a lot of new ones last time, so I figured I would do a couple of the ones that we already have recorded that you can find online all over the place. So this song is called Standoff, and it's off our EP Tattered, which you can find all over the place. And it's just a song about how relationships aren't always easy, but it doesn't mean that they're not worth it. So,
gotcha. All right. Well, cool. So this one's called Standoff, and this is Shannon Nicholas on the IMC.concert.
Woo. Alrighty. Here we are in one of these fights again. I can't pretend that I can't hear. You're so ignorant, I'm indifferent to the words that we're just blowing out air. Due to the fact you don't even feel at all, and I lost the will to even care. We keep saying things that cut too deep, let's lay it all out on the floor right here. Let's get this clear. This is a stand up between what's right and what gets you all you think you are. I'm tired of this fight, another sleepless night that won't solve anything. This is a stand up between what's right and what gets you off who you think you are. I'm tired of this fight, another sleepless night that won't solve anything. Oh, listen, we still won't clean up the act. Time and time again we broke it down. How much does it mean to be the same when you're heartless to those closest to you? I wish we would learn to write it off, forget it all, not take this personally and wave it off, forgive it all. I'm done with the petty war. foolish one to beg for no one but ourselves. How's it working out? This is a stand-off, between what's right and what gets you off, I'm tired of this stand-off. Now who here's gonna back off? This is a stand-off, 'cause I'm not strong enough to take fault when I'm wrong. I blamed you all along. I put up too many walls and lashed out when you tore them down. No matter who's wrong, I wore down for far too long. Almost lost it all. I don't care who won. I'm trying my best. You already know that. I still love you in the end. Yet we still stand up. The both of us are worse off. And I can't take it anymore. Let's end this burning war and put it all to rest. Yet we still stand up. The both of us are worse off. And it's eating me inside. Then my first move is to fight when you're everything to me. We are broken, we are flawed, but we're nothing without love. I need you the most right now. Tonight we won't stand off alone.
Nice. Yeah. All right, cool.
Clapping along.
Hey, I'm getting some kind of error notice from Zoom right now, so I don't know what's happening yet, but I'm just forewarning our viewers and you guys that we may encounter some technical difficulties.
Yep.
And if
that's how it goes.
If we do, we'll roll with it. We had a bunch of those last show too, so it seems like that's the nature of the beast. That's something we got to deal with these internet broadcasts. So if something should happen, I actually do have a screen created now, and I was going to make a joke out of this, but I think I'm going to actually have to use it. So we'll keep powering through in the meantime, but yeah, I don't know if I want to start a song just yet or if I want to try to deal with this real quick. But let's see if we can do some shout outs. Come on, folks, we need you to comment on our show so that we can give you an official shout out. That's the deal. You're supposed to put a comment up and then we can say your name. So we'd love to hear from you. Start making some comments for us. Oh, I know what we could talk about in the meantime, Shannon. So have you and Cody figured out the child's name yet?
Well, so so far, I think our number one name that we have going is Theo. Not really short for anything. It's boy, by the way, if I didn't mention that. Yeah, so I think that's the number one. Obviously, I think we want to see him before we make the official 100%. That's the name, but that's been the top contender.
Gotcha. I know that when we talked to you last time, I did ask you if it was a boy or a drummer.
Yeah. Well, could be both. But yeah, we're working on middle names. We got some weird ones, you got to use been coming up with a lot of interesting ones.
That's right. You got to use one of my suggestions.
Yeah, Theo Hammer.
Theo
obviously.
Hammer. Or name him.
If I'm gonna go with Hammer as the middle name, it'd have to be Thor Hammer, though. I'm just saying.
Thor Hammer. Or you could use Indy. I like that one.
Theo Indy. Yeah, Theo IMC.
Or you could always.
Noel.
Yeah, Uncle Noel's name always works too.
Obviously. Yeah. All of those are clearly on the list. We're just hashing it out. So.
I love you for lying to me.
What? It's not a lie.
Great. Well, again, congratulations to you both, and I know you're gonna be rocking parents quite literally,
Oh,
and
well, thanks.
and we're destined to have another member of the band soon. So.
Of course.
All right.
It's gonna be good.
Well, in case we get cut off here, because I'm not exactly sure what it's doing to me. Folks who understand Zoom would probably know better than I do. I'm still a little bit new to using it, so I'm not sure what it's doing to me, but it keeps giving me these warning messages. So it may be because we have 3 people in the chat this time instead of only 2. I'm not sure if that has something to do with it, but
Possibly.
it could throw us for a loop. In which case we will bounce back. But so Tony, tell us a little bit more about your musical journey in terms of creating albums and whatnot. How many albums do you have right now?
I have one. I have an EP.
An EP.
And yeah.
How many songs on it?
4 songs.
4 songs. And how did you release that?
I released it back in the day when we used to stick the labels on the CDs and just hand them out to people, you know.
So it was actually a disc. It's a CD, a physical disc.
Yes.
Cool.
Yep.
They're not entirely.
It's on YouTube under Tony Legg, and there's about 14,000 other Tony Leggs there. But
Really?
Mine has some great anime artwork, that was done by my daughter. So
It's pretty cool.
you'll see it. It has some songs called "The One Truth" and whatnot from a band called Lost River 20 years ago.
Nice.
Nice.
All right. Well, real quick before we run out of time here, if we do get cut off, tell the folks where they can find you and your music.
You can find me at musicbytony1963.com or the Tony Legg on YouTube site, or Music by Tony on Facebook. Music by Tony 1963 on Facebook.
And how about you, Shannon? Where can they find you?
Well, fictofirefight.com is a really good place. We are on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram.
Yeah, it's like clockwork. It did kill me. It killed the. Let me see if I can bring them back. So bear with me just 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. We are experiencing technical difficulties, but I'm ready now. I have a screen for it. All right, hang on, folks. I'll be right back.
And we're back.
And we're back. That was cool.
We
Wow.
should have had like an intermission kind of logo come up.
I had the screen up. You'll see it.
Well, I'll see it at some point.
I'm so glad I made that thing. It worked out perfectly. I was going to do it as a joke, but it really worked out.
Yeah. Are
Sweet.
we in the same? Are we in the same?
No, you have swapped.
Stream?
You have swapped positions now, so that's okay.
It's musical chairs.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Musical chairs. All right, so we are back, ladies and gentlemen. This is a first for me. I had to like, super on the fly for this one. Pretty cool. All right. Well, now I know I can do that. So if we have to pick up the ball after it's been fumbled. So where were we? We just heard from Tony, right?
Yes.
Okay, so now it's Shannon's turn again. So what are we gonna hear from you, Shannon?
Well, we talked to Tony, but I don't think we just heard a song from Tony. I
Oh,
think
no?
my song was last, so I think
Oh,
it's still
okay.
Tony's turn.
It's Tony's turn to sing. That's right. Thank you for. I got a little flummoxed there. So Tony's gonna give us another song now. So before you start, Tony, let us know a little bit about it.
Flummox happens. Get a t-shirt. Flummox happens.
Yeah.
This is just one of those songs that hit me walking down the street with my dog in the morning.
What's it called?
A beautiful morning. It's called Words in My Head. It's just about random thoughts.
Ah, well, we've just been a little bit of random right now here on the IMC.concert, so this works out great. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Tony Legg on IMC.concert.
Have you ever seen a star so brightly shining? Felt someone there when you were all alone? Heard a voice so dear in a song from many years ago? Do you feel the pain when one you love is hurting? Try to chase it away with no avail. There's a longing to unload your heavy burden. On goes the tale. And I miss you with an ache beyond description. And I wish I could take back the things I said. We are only on this earth for just a minute. Words in my head. Did you ever take a walk on a pristine morning? Hear the distant echoed laughter of a child? If all this is ringing true, God is reaching out to you, putting words in your head. And I miss you with an ache beyond description. And I wish with all my heart I could take back the things I said. We are only on this earth for just a minute. Words in my head. Words in my head. If all this is ringing true, God is reaching out to you, putting words in your head.
Yeah. Hey.
Thank you.
Awesome. Alrighty. That was cool. Okay, so let's touch base here and figure out where we're at now. So that was 2 from Tony and just 1 from Shannon so far, right?
Yes.
So we have one more from Shannon coming up. Awesome. Good. Well, and it's great that we already covered all the bases in regard to where people can find you. There's no sense that we can't just say that again, so you get 2 mentions. You know, it makes sense. So actually, the glitch worked out pretty good. It prompted us to do the good housekeeping. Oh, and speaking of which, I should do a little bit of housekeeping myself. I haven't been asking the IMC artists this question I don't think I mentioned it last episode, so let me bring it up now. I want you to perform for us right here on the IMC.concert, so please reach out to me. So many artists contacted me and said, I want to play on this show, and now I'm wondering where you all are, because I don't have anyone booked for next week. I thought I did, but now I don't. So I'm wondering where you all are. So please come forward and let us hear you perform for us here on the IMC.concert. You can send me a private message. You can post a comment up here on the show. You can send me a smoke signal. I'm not too fussy, just as long as you get a hold of me. And we can create a show for you here in the IMC.FB group. And then, of course, we spread this all over Facebook and we get lots of love. Our last 3 shows all broke 1,100 views before the next episode aired. So thank you to all of you guys for helping to share the love and spread it around Facebook. As a matter of fact, Emily Zuzik, who was on our last show, she just broke 1,100 minutes before the show went live tonight. So she made it through that ticker. What do you call it? The tape at the end of the race? The finish line tape? Isn't there a fancy name for that?
I actually don't know.
I think there's a name.
I never really thought about the name.
The finish ribbon or something. She made it through the ribbon. Okay, so Shannon, why don't you tell us a little bit about this one and let's hear it.
Alrighty. So this one is also a song off of the EP, but it was. So I mentioned last time that the album that we're going to put out is a concept album, and this song was initially written with the story in mind, but we decided that we wanted to put it out early because we wanted an extra song on the EP. So this song is Regrets. It was our slow one on the EP, if you will.
Oh.
I like it a lot. I like playing it a lot, and a lot of people like hearing it, so I figured I would do it today.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah, so this song is called Regrets.
Regrets. Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we certainly have no regrets. Shannon Nicholas right here on the IMC.concert.
I've been trying too hard. I've been lying too long. I've been crying too hard. I've been away for too long. And I may love something cheap. I've killed birds in their sleep. What I regret the most
That's really nice. I like that one.
Thank you.
Cool. So when did you write that one? Refresh my memory.
I think probably 2017.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. Just a couple years ago, we wrote that. Um, Not all the songs on Tattered were like written that close to it being released because we released it in 2017. But some of the songs have been a little older, but have been reworked a couple times. So uh, it was really cool to just see the transition from like the old, like, I don't know, prototype to the new or the final release version. But that version, I don't think I ever changed anything on it. I was just like, I'm totally satisfied with that. So I think that was surprisingly like one of the easier songs to write, if you will. I never really changed it. So
You know, you bring up a great point. I just had this conversation, not, I think it was just yesterday or the day before with someone about an artist's, I call it the artist's pain. That's what I always referred to it when I was drawing or creating something. And you have to like figure out when it's finished. And it seems like
yeah,
most artists are such perfectionists that it's never finished, you know. And I found myself often retooling a drawing over and over again and getting, I'd go through these wild fits of, oh, this is horrible, and I'd want to throw it away. And then I'd change my mind and be like, oh no, this is great, I love it, it's done. And then I'd be like, no, wait, maybe just one more little tweak.
yeah, I totally agree because our EP we mixed and mastered it ourselves. We recorded it. We recorded it in a storage bin with an engineer, and then we mixed and mastered it ourselves. And we took so long just being like, I just don't know that it's quite there yet. I think it just needs a little bit more. And like eventually we were like, we just have to put it down, or else we're gonna tweak it forever.
Yeah.
But yeah, I totally agree. I think all artists have this perfectionist that it's like, I don't know if it's ready to be released into the world yet. So
When is it finished?
yeah, it's never finished. I think that's the hard thing when you look back at your own work. There's always something that you like want to do to it, but I feel like you can't say that because everybody else is gonna be like, "Oh, it's great. I love it. This is perfect." And so you
Yeah.
gotta just like take your opinions about your thing and just like stuff it away and just say,
Well,
"All right, it's out."
it's that's why there's that cliche. We are our own harshest critic, right?
Absolutely.
Tony, what about
Yep.
you? Do you have that same issue? Do you find yourself struggling with deciding as a creator of this thing when it's finished?
Yeah, in recent years, I've been trying to get over that. Just get over it because sometimes, sometimes what you need to do is leave a song and let it come back and listen with fresh ears. Because the songs come in so many different ways. Sometimes they come all at once. Sometimes I'll finish the song this morning that I started writing in 1999 or something, or 1984 even, even a long time ago.
Wow.
Because I go way back. I go back to the beginning of time, almost. Uh, but yeah, and I've had songs that I just finally finished, after 20 or 30 years. I just finally said, it's done. It's done. I like it and it's done. And
Yeah,
I'm happy with it.
that's another thing too. That's a second part of this equation is like, as a creator, we often find ourselves digging up these lost treasures, things that we started years ago and then sort of set aside because life, and then we find it again, and it's almost like a little nugget. It's like, oh my God, this is pretty cool. I should work on this some more. And I found myself doing that with drawings. I'd started years earlier, and I look at them and I go, wow, that was a pretty good idea. And then you start to think about it again, and you look at it with fresh eyes. So have you, Shannon, have you found that if you take a break and you go back to it later with fresh eyes, a different perspective, that maybe something clicks?
Absolutely, because even on the album that we're working on right now, one of the songs that we have for it is one of the oldest songs that I wrote, and it's just this one that every single time I think like, this is a really great song, but I feel like it's missing something, and then I'll just put it away. I'm like, I don't think we're ready for this song, and then I'm like, I still love it, and so we'll come back to it and be like, maybe this is what it needs, and I think it's also I think a lot of musicians take inspiration from what they listen to, and I'm always looking for new things to listen to. So throughout the years, my taste is kind of developed, and I'm like, maybe it needs to sound more like this that I'm into right now, or whatever it is. Or recently, I've also been finding on this particular album, there's been songs that I've kind of like thrown away and put in my red folder, which is like my, this is, I've put that's almost trash, but I'm not going to throw it away. I don't throw anything away, so it goes in the red folder. And then I'll like come back to it later and be like, you know what though? The verse to this one and the chorus of this one could be one song. And
Wow.
I'll just like remash them together. I'm like, this is what it needed, and then I'll probably put it down again and be like, it's not ready. But yeah, it's constantly just like Frankensteining the old tunes to be like, I think I could have used that here. This one section was actually good. Maybe not the whole thing.
I think
but
I'm
this
right
part.
on the money with this, calling it artist's pain.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's hard. It's the stuff that keeps you up at night.
Well, that's the creative process, though. I think that's part of the fun of it, and so it's good pain.
And then when you get something good, you're like, you know what? I feel like we really went through the ringer, me in this song, and now I'm really excited to show it to somebody. So that feels really rewarding.
I guess you have to fight for it, right? You have to. If it's not worth it, then it's not worth the struggle.
You got to fight for your right to party.
How about you, Tony? Have you been able to overcome that evil word, but? It's finished, but.
Yeah, no, not always. I mean, sometimes a song. I wrote a song. This is one of those songs that was inspired by something else, and I got it done within a week. And another time I wrote a song about some incidents that happened to me many years ago. In my wild days of my youth, and it just all came back as one memory, and it was done and recorded in like 4 hours in an afternoon.
Wow,
that's
impressive.
the fastest. That's the fastest it ever happened. But it's all kinds of different ways. But it's always it's always rooted in your psyche or in your soul or somewhere. It's always it's a part of you. So sometimes it is hard to let go of them, and other times it's like, no, I want to get this one out there. I want people to hear this right away.
it's kind of like art as catharsis in that case.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, I'm greatly encouraged when I talk to musicians, and I find that there's a lot of similarities between creative processes, because as an artist myself, as an illustrator and a sculptor and all the things I've dabbled in over the years, I feel a lot of the same things that you guys do when you're creating music, and it's kind of encouraging, and it feels good to know that I'm not crazy, number one, and that I'm not the only one that has these kinds of things. Like, Tony, you're describing something that I often refer to as a brain flash. Like, I'll get these ideas and they just come to me fully formed, and they scream in my head until I get them out, till I write it down. I write the story down, or I draw the picture. I can't do anything about it. I have to create it in order to stop that brain flash from being in my head. So it's interesting to hear that songs come to you like that sometimes. And I think that's kind of incredible when you think about it. I think it's a pretty incredible thing. It's a gift. So thank you for sharing it with us.
Gift and a curse.
Yeah, maybe gift/curse.
The curse is when the song gets stuck in your head and you can't get it out, and it's like, I want to write the second verse now, just move along, and get out of the way there.
Where's the muse? Come back, muse.
Yeah.
And people
exactly.
catch you singing it, and you're like, well, that's my song. That's all. I can't just walk around singing my own song.
Why not? Oh, bless you.
All
Why
right.
can't you? Why can't you? I don't see any problem with that.
I'm not trying to seem like a Kanye, all big on myself, singing my own tunes and stuff. Like, what a jam!
Well, only if you run for president after that. So.
Yeah, that's all it takes.
All right, folks. I just want to thank everybody for tuning in, listening to us, and
Bless you.
Yeah, and for sneezing on us. She's socially distanced. It's okay.
Yeah, she's like 400 miles away or something.
Yeah. I'll oh.
Now, is that you, Shannon, or is that Theo?
It's obviously the baby. Yeah, it's him. No, it's my allergies. It's like this every year. It's all that pollen.
Yeah. All right, so folks, I just want to say thanks once again, and we want to send our best wishes out to Ricky England. We hope that he gets well soon and that he'll come perform for us in an IMC concert very soon. And I will announce in the IMC.FB group who our next week's guest is going to be. And I think we better go before Shannon sneezes too much.
Having a breakdown.
You made it almost all the way. You made it almost all the way.
It was so close.
Tony, thanks so much, man, for coming back and doing this for us.
Thanks for having me.
My pleasure. It's a pleasure having you back. So once again, tell us where we can find you and your music.
That's me. I'm on Music by Tony, 1963.com. The website's getting reworked, and there's some pictures and there's some stuff from my cover song career in there also. And there's my Facebook is the same. It's Music by Tony, 1963.com. Bless you, Shannon. And get well soon, Ricky.
Get well soon, Shannon.
Yeah, get well soon, Shannon. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I haven't been well in several years, so
we should also send some get wells out to Emily Zuzik, who I guess isn't 100% right now either. So we'll say get well soon to Emily Zuzik as well, and to all my IMC family. I hope you guys are staying safe and staying strong and staying healthy. So Shannon, if you can avoid sneezing for a couple of seconds, tell us where we can find you and Fictive Firefight.
all right, let's try and get. You can find
have Cody stand in for you.
You can find us on fictivefirefight.com. We're on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, SoundCloud, Reverb Nation, Bandcamp. That's probably all of it.
Everywhere.
Yeah, and we're on all Spotify. You can find us on Amazon? What's Alexa? Is that Amazon? Yeah, Apple. All the stuff.
All the stuff. We're on all the stuff.
We're on fire.
And the most important thing I want to mention is that in both cases, both of these artists have done the right thing and put all of these links on their websites. So if you go to their websites, you will find all this other cool stuff. And that's one of the things we harp on at the IMC. Make sure you have all your links on your website. And so, ladies and gentlemen, once again, I want to thank everybody for watching. Thank you for being here, and we'll see you again next week. Thanks to the artists. You guys rock!
Thank you. Thank you, Noel, and IMC.
My pleasure. All right, everybody. Take care, stay safe, stay strong, and thanks for watching.
Thanks, guys. See you next.